I can understand why it's so hard for some people in my comments to poo-poo the idea that the Sinclair method is a legitimate treatment for alcohol addiction. I actually call it the redheaded stepchild of the alcohol addiction treatment field because even though this treatment's been around for 30 years and has decades of research behind it, it totally goes against the conventional way that we've been told to think about alcohol addiction and recovery, which is step one, call yourself an alcoholic, identify as an alcoholic, and you can never touch alcohol again. You've got to take it one day at a time. And that methodology works for some people, but if you look at the data, it actually has a really high failure rate. And so what happens for a lot of people is they end up trying to quit drinking, stay sober, think that's the only way that they can get out of this, and then they end up relapsing again. Data shows that 80% or more people relapse within 6 months. So what's going on? If so many people are relapsing after they quit drinking, there must be something wrong with the treatment. There's not something wrong with the individual. And the Sinclair Method treatment is different because it doesn't require abstinence. It's actually started while somebody is still drinking alcohol, and it's designed to, over time, help the person essentially unlearn alcohol addiction by addressing the root cause of excessive drinking, which is neurologically in the brain. We develop an alcohol addiction over time because when we drink, it's very, very pleasurable for the brain. And when we repeatedly drink over many years, our brain changes and it can learn to essentially become addicted to alcohol. And when that change happens, it becomes very hard to control your drinking. And a lot of people can get in a place where they can't control their drinking and they can't quit drinking and they're just stuck in the cycle of alcohol addiction. But with the Sinclair Method, it's so different because it works to help the brain unlearn this disorder over time using the medication naltrexone. And within 6 to 12 months, most people who go on this treatment, in fact, the data shows it has about 80% success rate. Most people will get to a place where they can drink with control. Most people find that they're just spending a lot of their time or most of their time alcohol free because they don't feel like drinking. But if and when they do drink, they can have one or two and stop. And they also are no longer craving alcohol any longer either. And so when they drink, it's really this conscious choice to have a drink with dinner and they're not going to overdo it. This treatment challenges the narrative that, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic, that it's a disease that you have, that you're stuck that way for the rest of your life, that you're an addict, when really what this treatment does, it treats it at a neuroscience level. And so it helps the brain truly heal. It helps the brain essentially unlearn the addiction. And the results of this treatment are also permanent. I'm a success story of this protocol after I struggled with my drinking for 10 years. And I was just blown away by the results that I saw through this protocol. After I tried white knuckling, I tried quitting, I tried moderating, I tried all of these things, and nothing gave me peace and freedom from alcohol. I was sober one time for 6 months before I went on this treatment. I just white knuckled it every day. And in the back of my mind, I was like, I know I'm going to drink again one day. It's just a matter of when and how long I can essentially hold out until I do finally give in to the urge to drink. But with the Sinclair Method treatment, I truly just fell out of love with alcohol over the course of a year and got to a place where I just felt so indifferent toward alcohol. Like, I tell people I can drink as much as I want to. I just genuinely don't want to. And so I quit drinking through this treatment protocol in 2018. I tell people I quit drinking by accident because I never intended to quit drinking through this treatment. Again, it started while you're still drinking. You don't have to go completely sober through this protocol. But for me, after a year on the treatment, I was just so uninterested in alcohol. It just wasn't appealing to me anymore that I kept going longer and longer without drinking. And now I haven't drank since 2018. And so what's really cool about the results with this treatment as well is that the fact that I haven't drank, it hasn't been hard to not drink. I genuinely don't want to drink, and I can drink tomorrow if I want to. I just choose not to because it doesn't really appeal to me, but the option is always there if I want to.